Hello everybody. Now this is a very impromptu video and it is a response to John, aka BordersDude. And the video in question I'm responding to today is he made a video talking about basically asking the question of what does your collection, how much does your collection mean to you? And I thought, well, I haven't done a response to a topical video for a while, and I think it's a great question. Instead of commenting about my thoughts on my collection, I thought it'd be fitting to do a video response. So let's get into the intro and let's get into the video in question. How much does my collection mean to me is roughly the question being asked here. So this is an interesting question, and it is kind of a hard thing for me to really go into specifics because I'm in two minds with my collection. Why I say that is, I think some people out there probably think, if I never started collecting Transformers, or if I never started in the first place, where would I be now? What would I be into? Would I be more financially better off? Which I think, for the most part, I think we would be, to be completely honest. Because the whole Transformers collecting, it's getting out of hand with how expensive toys are these days. Just your average deluxe, you're looking at between £20 to £25. For a brand new, just a deluxe figure. Then when you go into your Voyagers and your Leaders and your Voyagers, you're going 30, 40, 50, if not over £100. And then you're getting your 2-packs, and then you're getting all these different figures, and the prices are going a little bit sky high. So at this point in time, even though we are getting quite a influx of new toys being released, and within the legacy evolution, within the legacy line, since the legacy line started, we've had quite an influx of some bots I've not bothered with, but there has been some that I have been very much interested in. I mean, for me, the legacy Motormaster is Motormaster Menasor, should I say? Legacy Menasor was certainly a definite purchase, and very happy to have the full set of that. So full on Menasor. And the Legacy Evolution stuff as well, finally kind of delving into the Armada stuff, and I'm a big Unicron Trilogy fan. That is my era, or part of the era that I grew up with watching Transformers. And the Unicron Trilogy is very much up my alley, and Armada is one of my favourite toy lines from when I was a kid, when I was in my early teens. And so seeing as in the Legacy toy line, we've had Hotshot, Starscream, Optimus Prime and Megatron so far, and who knows, what is in the future, what could be released. But anyway, so getting back onto the question, answering the question. So like I said, I'm in two minds with my collection. Part of me, I am quite proud of my collection. Some people out there have very grander, much bigger collections. I've got a very modest collection, but at the same time, I don't see the word modest as a problem. I think it's a good thing to, I think modest is a good way to describe the collection I have. I don't go into collecting full lines. I'm not a completist collector, never have been. I operate mostly on impulse. And I only buy things that appeal to me. That is the kind of collector I am. And I'm not a mint and sealed box collector either, as you can tell, but behind me, everything is out the box. I don't have the space to keep everything in boxes and keep masterpiece boxes, because the boxes take up a lot of space, a lot of room. And just recently I've gotten rid of a lot of well, opened a lot of figures and gotten rid of a lot of the boxes. So I'm going to switch over the camera now, and I'm just going to give you a little glance over my main collection. Please forgive the way that these are displayed. I need to kind of sort all these out. I would say this side of the collection is what means the most to me, personally. Other people out there have an opinion when it comes to Beast Wars 2, Beast Wars Near, Beast Machines, whatever it is. That, you know, some people have frowned upon Beast Wars, and other people are a little bit neutral on Beast Wars. And for some people are very vocal about not liking it. But for me, Beast Wars was my G1. It was the first Transformers series I ever watched as a kid, and it's what got me into the franchise. And then from then on, Robots in Disguise 2001 was the next series I watched on Sky, Fox Kids, I believe it was. And then from there, the Unicron trilogy, and then animated, and then so on and so forth, and where we are now. So I would say, when it comes to my collection, this corner here is what holds a lot more to me personally, on a personal level, because it's a lot of nostalgia, more that weird nostalgia. Nostalgic is mostly this line, my Beast Wars line. You know, I absolutely love Beast Wars, and the figures I have, I'm absolutely happy to have. You know, I've got some pretty cool examples, you know, as you can see, for the most part. You know, there is some really cool pieces that I never thought in a million years I would actually own, but I do actually own some pretty cool pieces there. And then obviously on the top shelf there, let me just zoom in, I do have two versions of the Masterpiece Primal. I do want to get some more Masterpiece Beast Wars figures if I can. I want to get Megatron and Cheetor and everything, and try and build up my Masterpiece side of it. But yeah, I'm very happy. I never thought in a million years we would get Masterpiece figures in regards to Beast Wars for Masterpiece lines. And obviously there's a Masterpiece Rhinox being mentioned about, which I'm very much about. And then obviously this is a third party figure, which is essentially a Masterpiece Beast Wars Ravage. And then that's the original Optimal Optimus as well. The Optimal Optimus, I used to have that toy when I was a kid, and I think it's a lot of the toys that I had from my childhood, unfortunately, I don't have anymore. That figure in question does actually hold a dear place in my heart, because it's a figure I had when I was a kid, as well as a couple of other figures that I had as well. So let's look at everything else. So as you can see, my Armada and Unicron trilogy, like Cybertron, Energon and Armada, I'm a big fan of those lines. So as you can see, this is kind of like the legacy side of it. I do have Optimus Prime, but he's downstairs at the moment, and the Megatron is currently in the bottom of that cabinet, but I'm going to get him back out and put him up there because I want them all together. But yeah, I've got the Galvatron. I've also, I believe behind him, yes, is the actual Megatron. So I've got Megatron and Galvatron. Very happy. So that's the second, my most second favourite line. And then coming over to this line, very miscellaneous, animated stuff and all sorts of different stuff, and the Tarn figure and everything. And then upstairs is like a mixture of G1 and other characters and Robots in Disguise stuff behind them. And then moving forward to another of one of my favourite lines and also TV series is Transformers Prime. So a lot of these figures I actually got gifted. A lot of these I actually received, like a load of figures from, I can't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Ed, Bumblejumper82. Maybe he was one of the pet people. And there's a couple of figures that I think I got off Dave Smisno. and Emily as well within this bunch. But yeah, Transformers Prime, the toy line, some figures are a bit crap, but for the most part, I absolutely love this line, and I do have a relatively quite largish line. So the two lines that I have the most of is, of course, Prime and, of course, Beast Wars. So these are the two main lines that I buy into a lot more than anything else. But this wall here is practically the mamma jamma of my collection. And then if I zoom out a little, and then I come to here, so I've got the collection of Coneheads, these guys. And then obviously I've got the Legacy Beast Wars figures in here. But yeah, so I've got a load of these. Go down. And there we are. And then I've got like miscellaneous stuff that I'm not going to bother showing you because it's not really Transformers. But yeah, there we are. So to finish things off then, and to finally finish off, because I don't want to make this too long if I can help it. But yeah, my collection means a lot to me in certain aspects. Like I said, I'm in two minds. There's obviously the Beast Wars side of it. The Beast Wars figures here are the main. These figures I'm probably never going to get rid of, and probably the Prime figures I'm probably not going to get rid of either. They are two lines that I deeply, absolutely love and appreciate, and also I do love my Armada Unicron trilogy stuff as well. So I do hold quite a lot of pride in my collection. I do have a lot of pride in my collection. It does mean a lot to me on a nostalgic level. It helps me to kind of look back on simpler times of being a kid, growing up and watching all the different cartoon series that came out back in the day, and being 5 or 6 years old when Beast Wars first came out. So it takes me back to those simpler times, and even though there's a hell of a lot of money here over the years, there's a hell of a lot of money here, but, well, that I've spent anyways, I mean, but, you know, that to me doesn't really matter. I mean, Transformers as a franchise means a lot to me. It's a franchise I've absolutely loved since Beast Wars, and then going through to checking out G1 and so on and so forth. And I'm a huge fan from most of the media. Not much of the comic books, but it's mostly the animation stuff that I'm mostly the fan of. But yeah, so that's my response to you, John, aka BordersDude. You know, my collection does mean a hell of a lot to me, mostly on a nostalgic level. And some of the pieces I've got, like I said, I'm not a completist, even though I do have a relatively large collection of Prime and Beast Wars, but they're not complete. And I'm always adding to those lines. If I find a figure that I don't own or don't have, I will quite happily buy it and add it to. But like I say, for the most part, I'm a spontaneous collector. And I absolutely love Transformers. I love me Soundwaves as well. And yeah, it means a lot to me on a nostalgic level. And especially one of the figures I'll finish on a last part. So that's obviously Masterpiece Optimus Primal. So like I said, I've got two versions. This version I actually picked up a bit later. But this I'm never going to get rid of. The reason for it is because that was actually the last figure my mum bought me before she passed away. I think it was about a year before. I think it was the year before my mum passed away. For my birthday, she asked me basically what I wanted for my birthday. I wasn't sure. This figure came out around about that time. It had probably been out a couple months or so, and my mum graciously picked that up for me. So it was kind of like a present from both my mum and my dad, because it was around about £100 at the time when it came out, I believe. And yeah, so that figure deeply holds both a nostalgic and a personal attachment too. People out there, obviously, people say it's just a toy, but the thing is, it holds a deeper meaning to me on a personal level. for that mostly as well. So yeah, there we have it. Thank you ever so much for watching, and thank you to John for a great question. Hope you'll enjoy the video, and I'm going to go now, so thank you ever so much for watching. Stay awesome. TF Nation not long away now. I've got 3 days of work. I break off on Wednesday, and then Thursday I'm travelling down, so I will hopefully see you, John, over the weekend. But yeah, see you soon, everybody. Thank you so much. More videos coming in due course. And bye-bye. See you soon. If you enjoy the videos that I do on this channel, then why not go ahead and check out my vlog channel, John Knowles Vlogs. Link is in the description. Travel vlogs, convention vlogs, all that kind of jazz. So if you're interested, check out the description box for the link, or just type in John Knowles Vlogs. See you over there. And thank you all for watching.